Hello everybody, my name is Wisnu Arif and here's my group, Group 2. Today we're going to discuss about safety regulation and here's my team.
Hi, my name is Deva Fitran Baini. My name is Ajeng Bella Safitri.
My name is Numwaki. Safety regulations are defined as mandatory requirements that aim to prevent or reduce injury. They include laws and regulations, such as prohibiting the sale of fireworks and mandatory standards, such as specifying that children nightwear be fire resistant. Regulation can require active compliance by the person being protected. For example, parting on a safety belt, or they can provide passive protection. For example, the temperature of hot water system being preset before leaving the factory. Compliance with passive protection is generally much greater and there is less need for enforcement activity at the level of the individual when this approach to regulation is adopted.
The most productive role of enforcement is to encourage compliance rather than take non-compliance. Public education about the regulation that stresses the likelihood of detection has been found to encourage compliance with drunk driving and speeding laws. There is little evidence that very large penalties produce significantly greater compliance by individuals than seizable but not extreme penalties. Improving safety by regulation is a relatively slow process. It can take many years to have regulation passed by the government. In addition, most regulation is not retrospective and only applies to product manufactured or activists comments after the implementation of the regulation, or even some years after implementation. For example, a regulation that requires electrical safety switch to be fitted to new homes control after a certain date will take many years to permit a significant proportion of homes.
The level of safety performance required by legislation may be very low. An alternative approach that is becoming more common in transport safety is to combine regulation with encouraging consumer pressure to drive the market to produce something safer than is required by regulation. For example, the Snell Memorial Foundation tests motorcycle helmets to what is generally considered a more rigorous standard than that required by the U.S. Department of Transportation Standard. Many manufacturers submit their helmets for Snell testing because they perceive that certification to the standard provides a market advantage. In such instance, the role of regulation may become that providing a minimum standard to prevent inacceptability, poor performance, rather than encouraging good safety performance.
Regulations are important. First, protection of the life and health. Second, prevention of property damage. Third, promotion of social responsibility. Fourth, compliance with international standards. Types of safety regulation. First, occupational safety regulation. This regulation governs workplace safety, including personal protective equipment, hazardous materials handling, and emergency procedures. Second, environmental regulations. This regulation protects light environment by reducing pollution, waste management, and conservation. Third, transportation regulations. This regulation ensures safe transportation of people and goods by regulation vehicle maintenance, driving training, and road safety. Fourth, consumer product regulation. This regulation protects consumers by regulation the design, manufacturing, and labeling of consumer products are essential for protecting life, health, and property. By following safety regulations, individuals and organizations can reduce risk and prevent harm, ultimately contributing to a safer and more responsible society.
So that's all about our discussion, and sorry if there's any mistake in our video. Thank you for watching us. Goodbye.